So, I thought it'd be kind of fun because we got announcements, or rather trailers, for video games. Well, one we got an announcement for, and the other is a video game that was actually announced, that is actually coming out next year, but we had an announcement for it earlier in the year. I literally forgot about it. And I figured it'd be kind of, since there's not really much I can talk about for both videos, I decided to mash them together. And trust me, mashing them up hasn't been the first time. So, we're going to talk about the new video games for both Robocop and Terminator. So, let's get started. Sadly, this is, sadly, this is not this is not a Robocop versus Terminator video game. Yeah, sorry, it's not a Robocop video game. It's not a Robocop versus Terminator video game. So, at least you still have Mortal Kombat. At least you still have Mortal Kombat 11. There's that. I mean, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm like literally like, yeah, it's a good thing, you know. Anyway, so let's start off with the new Robocop game, which, yeah, we officially got Peter Weller back in the saddle. I think I can't remember if it was confirmed in the previous announcement, but yeah, Peter Weller is coming back to voice Robocop. And yeah, really happy about that. And actually, like, isn't it kind of funny that just out of nowhere we got these two announcements for properties that have literally done nothing for a while? I mean, outside of a bad remake and two really bad sequels. Like, that's what I find funny about all of this. Like, the big thing I find funny about all of this is that literally there's been no, like, hype. There's been, like, no nothing. Like, at least with the Alien and Predator games, like, there's content on the way for both franchises. Robocop and Terminator, they're just kind of sitting doing nothing, really. But I'm not saying that's bad, really, but I just kind of find it cool that a Robocop game is like, yeah, we're getting a fucking Robocop game with Peter Weller in it. And it's a first-person shooter. I think that's really cool. It also looks like, I think they said it could be open world, which I'm really excited. A open world version of New Detroit. That's really cool. I really love that idea of having like New Detroit as like an open world, and you can have the auto targeting. That's really cool. I think it's supposed to be set after the second movie, which is good because no one wants the second movie. I have. Like, real talk, like, everyone loves the first movie. And the second movie is just off the rails crazy because it's a special flavor of Frank Miller there. But I really like the second movie because it's just so, it took everything that was subtle in the first movie and just racked it up to 11 and just did not care. So I kind of like that. The third one's just boring. Like, I just hate the third movie. But yeah, if it's set after the second movie, or even set in between first and second, I don't know where in continuity this is gonna be. But yeah, I think that's still neat. I'm wondering if you're gonna be able to use like the jetpack or the the little grappling hooks he had in the TV show. I'm wondering if there's like upgrades for Murphy. Also cool to see Ed 209 as a boss fight. I wonder if you can use Ed 209 later in the game. Like you can deploy Ed 209 to help you take out like heavy artillery or something like that. I don't know. Be cool. I just think that's really cool. Like, I was really excited at the thought of a Robocop video game in this day and age and being as graphic and violent as ever. I think it's been well overdue that this day and age that we get a Robocop game. I think it is kind of playing into that 80s nostalgia, which is fine by me. I do think that it's been long overdue, and I think this era's game mechanics would be great to see for a Robocop game. And again, Peter fucking Weller's back. How can you not like that? And speaking of robots from the 80s, we have got the announcement for a new Terminator survival horror game, which has been, you'd think we would have gotten a Terminator. We've had Predator survival horror, we've had Alien survival horror. I think it's time we've had Terminator. I think it is high time we get a Terminator survival horror game. It has been long overdue that we get a Terminator survival horror game. We don't know much other than it is going to follow a lot of the game mechanics that you see in, I think that, I've heard two different things, because one said it's going to be a lot like Alien, the Alien survival horror game. But I've heard also it may be like the, the like Dead by Daylight and the Jason video game and Predator and Evil Dead, like all those video games, which is fine. But I feel like it's been that kind of video game storytelling for survival horror has been like overplayed. I think like it's time to go back to like a survival horror game, because you could do something like Resident Evil or Alien in the style of Terminator and set it in the future, or hell, even set it in the present. I think it could work both ways. But I am excited for this. We don't know much about that game, but I am really excited for it. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how you play. And it looks from the trailer that it is gonna take place in the future. Like, it is gonna take place in the future, and maybe you play as like a civilian who is learning like how to survive, because not even the soldiers had to work with what they had. So I imagine you're probably gonna be like scrounging for stuff. You'll probably get the pulse rifle at some point, but it'll probably be a while. You have to like forage and mechanic stuff and like avoid the T-800. I do imagine it is probably going to be the T-800, and we probably are going to get hunter killers as well as maybe some T-600s in there. Some Terminator variation, definitely. But I'm really excited for this. I think I think both are really cool. I really want to. I really want to play them now. I'm just excited to have RoboCop and Terminator video games again. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? It's been like a real hot minute. So yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below. Just what do you guys think of the announcement for RoboCop and Terminator getting new video games? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Just comment below, let me know, and as always, if you haven't already, hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon for exclusive content. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.